Shelby, what sort of shape is the consumer in? And I know that you're following Costco, but what seems to be emerging is Walmart are the premier name in this space. How are you approaching consumer and retail in an environment where there is slowing growth and the Fed are clearly reacting to this?
You know, interestingly enough, the consumer, when we really dig into it and we look at some of the data, not just from retailers, but also from various places that are handling credit and debit data, they're doing a bit better than we would expect. And then we sort of look deeper into the Walmarts of the world and we realize that they are looking for value, right? So they're looking for value in their staples and then also in those sort of discretionary things that just give them a little bit more of excitement. So I think that we are sort of in an area now where the consumer's a bit more resilient. They've gone through a great shedding of a lot of the extra spending. Yes, we have worked through a good amount of savings, but I get the sense that going into this fourth quarter, there's a little bit less concern than we had going into fourth quarter into shopping season this time last year. So I think there's a little bit more resilience there, but we're also going to continue to see the value players like the Walmarts of the world really scoop up from places like dollar stores and from some of the sort of upper level competitors that they usually face.
So it's probably a good time to bring up Costco in a little bit more detail then, because I know that, as Sri mentioned, you like it. And yet even Costco, big value player, if you want a massive tub of peanut butter, that's the place to go. Even they see a slowdown in consumer spending, not just in the US, but in their international sites as well, and their revenue missed. Are you still convicted about Costco?
You know, we do still like Costco for a couple of reasons. One, I also get my peanut butter from Costco. It's a fantastic deal. But they have remained really sticky for the upper crust of the consumer. And when we look at the sort of miss, we do consider the fact that the last time they increased that fee, there was a little bit of a dip, right? So that is one thing that we can't exactly quantify just how much that contributed, but we do know that in the past we've seen a period of time where there's a little bit of a J curve after the increase. The second thing is consumers, while they are a little bit more resilient than we expect, they do continue to make adjustments. So they may want to put money back in those savings. So when it comes to looking at how each retailer is going to report, we're going to have to go on a case-by-case basis and decide whether or not it is because consumers are truly out of discretionary funds or because they want to go ahead and just top off those savings a little bit more and maybe not buy the fun thing in the treasure hunt when they're at Costco and stick a little bit more to necessities. But I don't see a big sort of flood of canceling of memberships. If anything, I would say maybe things will stabilize in the next half calendar year.